Hello, my name is Alan Appel, and I have a research proposal to present, which is to find out if the mineral magnesium is better consumed in food or in supplements. Magnesium may be only one of the nutrients we need, but it is a critical one, which makes this study so important. Magnesium is an essential mineral required for human health. It is the fourth most common mineral in the human body. It is critical for heart health and the functioning of the vascular system, brain, nervous system, and skeletal system. In the heart, it plays a major role in regulating neuronal excitation and regulates vascular tone, arteriogenesis, and thrombosis. Magnesium deficiency has a risk factor for heart disease, as well as blood disease, blood pressure, heart arrhythmia, inflammatory vascular response, diabetes, kidney disease, and osteoporosis, among others. Because heart disease is our number one killer, magnesium's role in heart health alone makes magnesium intake critically important. The problem is that over half the United States population has magnesium deficiency. We need to know the optimum way magnesium can be consumed and absorbed into the body. This research is an examination of magnesium supplements compared to food resources of magnesium, which has implications for how a mineral is optimally made available to the human body, its bioavailability. But first, how much magnesium do we need to consume? The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services recommends the intake presented here. While recommendations daily allowances are less for children, in general, we need 420 to 320 milligrams daily for men and women. What food should we eat to get sufficient magnesium? The U.S. Department of Human Services provides the following list with the most abundant sources at the top. Notice that most of the magnesium-rich foods are plant-based, and that animal-based foods are at the bottom of the list. Top resources of magnesium include leafy greens like spinach, nuts like cashews, and peanuts and legumes like beans. Knowing how much magnesium we should have for health and what food we should eat to get it is important. However, even more important is knowing how much magnesium we actually absorb, which is bioavailability. We have two sources of magnesium: the food we eat and the magnesium-containing supplements. This study will be a test to compare both methods. The hypothesis of the study is that food sources of magnesium are more bioavailable than the magnesium oxide supplements widely available to consumers. To test this hypothesis, our study will be randomized two-period crossover study comparing an inorganic magnesium oxide supplement of 400 milligrams and minimal food magnesium with a food intake of the same magnesium amount of 400 milligrams as compared to the supplement. The study will follow the protocol of prior research, the Kapler study, that compared an inorganic magnesium oxide supplement with an organic magnesium citrate supplement. In the present study, we will substitute organic magnesium oxide for food with the same magnesium level. Study subjects will be healthy males between 18 and 45. Females are excluded due to the estrogen affecting magnesium excretion, which could affect results. Healthy subjects are defined as males with a body mass of 18 to 29, a systolic blood pressure of 95 to 140, the diastolic blood pressure of 55 to 90, a resting pulse of 45 to 95, normal digestion, normal renal function, no symptoms of magnesium deficiency, and no infectious illnesses in the last 7 days. Like the Kapler study, subjects will be supplemented with magnesium to saturate their magnesium pools before administration of each study product. Magnesium pools are the locations in the body where magnesium is stored, such as in the bones and muscles. The bioavailability of both test food and test supplement will be determined by the measurement of the renally eliminated magnesium quantity during an interval of 24 hours after single-dose magnesium and food magnesium administration. The study will be 11 days long and consist of 2 magnesium loading periods and renal test periods for randomly assigned subjects with a crossover in the middle for control. The research will be a 2x2 crossover study, employing analysis of variance, ANOVA, for a difference of means in this study sample size of 18, which results in an 80% power. This will be determined using nQuery software with assumptions of mean difference of 5% and a standard deviation difference of 8% with power greater than or equal to 80%. Statistical significance at the 5% level will be sought for a confidence interval of 95%. During the screening, subjects will be aware of the National Institute for Justice rights regarding human subjects protection and the Department of Justice regulations. In particular, subjects will be informed of their rights to be informed and get informed consent, and to be protected from unreasonable risks and the potential harms and benefits from their participation in the research. There will be no risks or harm of any kind to subjects. One could question the fact that one source of magnesium may be greater than the other. However, it is not anticipated that in this relatively short period of the study, and avoidance of a significant deficiency of magnesium will not be a significant risk to subjects. The benefits to the subjects will be monetary compensation and the fact that they are contributing to the knowledge about an important topic of health as it relates to magnesium. In particular, it is important to know if the diet consisting of sufficient amounts of magnesium is more bioavailable than supplements, so that magnesium-oriented diet can be recommended to consumers. All data concerning participants will remain anonymous through the use of pseudonyms for participants. Data will be stored in a private account in Dropbox. The data will be written in article format and submitted to a peer-reviewed journal. Participants will remain anonymous. The first journal for submission would be Biomed Central. It is a well-respected publication and is on the topic at hand. One key reason for selecting this publication is that the published Kapler article was published in that publication, and usually when a study is done of one type and you follow up with another, you get more of a likelihood of publication. If the publication is not accepted, then we will work with the editors to get it corrected, and if not, then we will move on to other publications. From the foregoing, it is apparent that magnesium is a critically important essential mineral that is of paramount importance to human health. It is involved in most of the systems of the body: circulatory system, heart, nervous system, brain, skeletal muscle system, skeletal system, energy system, and over 300 enzyme systems. It is an integral part of health, and this would make magnesium critical by itself, because heart disease is the number one killer in the United States, is a major problem that can be solved or resolved in part by magnesium. Magnesium is therefore an extremely important subject about which to gain as much knowledge as possible. Knowledge of magnesium is even more important because magnesium deficiency is in evidence with the majority of the U.S. population. Two solutions to deficiency, or merely to attain adequate intake, are first to consume with sufficient magnesium the food that you ingest, and second, to consume magnesium supplements. It is the goal of this research to determine which approach is optimum by testing the bioavailability of each. The hypothesis of the study is that food offers greater bioavailability of magnesium than supplements. In this case, the information can be made available to the public through the U.S. Department of Agriculture MyPlate program, which offers diet recommendations to citizens. This would be in addition to publication of results in a refereed journal we discussed already. Such publication would offer credibility to the results that would serve as a motivator to act on them by health professionals and ultimately society. Those foods that contain high amounts of magnesium could be stressed in MyPlate dietary guidelines. Conversely, if the study results are that supplements intake is more bioavailable, then recommendations could reflect this finding. Whatever the outcome, the information could be used to stress the optimum approach or a combination of both. In either case, the study would be of major benefit to society. Thank you very much.